Hello everybody, today we're going to upload some lab data to the platform. Now we have a new lab data system here called Data Files. This is going to hold all your lab data uploaded by you or the laboratory or any of your sample location files that you've uploaded. We can download a sample CSV to get a good look at what our lab data should look like. So here's our sample CSV. What you can do is you can delete this data inside here and add your own. What we do require is that it's a flat file format in the sense that it is rows or columns on top and sample locations in the rows next to here. So we have repeating sample locations here with the associated data there. We do not require the X and Y coordinates, or the start and end depth. That is, if you have that information, go ahead and upload that. That's fine. But what we do have here is a lab data file that is from the laboratory and doesn't exactly match our sample CSV, and that is fine as long as it is in the flat file format, rows and columns. So we're going to be uploading this file. There's a lot more columns in this file than what we require. So I'm going to show you how to connect those. We're going to go to Upload Data here. I'm going to drag and drop my file in. And it's going to ask you to pick the column headers that you have, so it's automatically going to pick the column headers for me. I'm going to hit back once because it does remember your selections if you've uploaded this lab file before. And now we're in the Match Columns section here. On the left are the column headers in your file that you're uploading. I can click into here to see what is inside. And on the right, it's going to offer me drop downs of all the column headers that we accept. Now, I've already gone through once and uploaded this file, so it does a great job of remembering your files. So once you've done the matching, you're set to go for life. It's always going to remember that file format until it changes. So I've connected everything that I have here already, and how you do this is you'd go, this is my result value. You can look inside there, and if this is automatically connected, I can go through the list here and look for something that matches it. In this case, it is the exact same result value. But my file calls it lab analysis time. We just call it analysis time. Another thing that'll get caught up is my file says result parameter name. It is actually a chemical name for us, so that didn't auto match before, so I'd had to manually go in and select that this is the correct one. If this is matching to something that you don't require, for instance, result basis, I'm just going to select this on something that we already have. It's going to tell you that it's already matched to something else. What I can do is I can just hit ignore to get this off of my list. And I'm going to confirm matching here. The next selection will be our bulk fix options, and this is what we're fixing the rows in line in the file. So I'm going to fix my date formats, and this is how we make it so it is lab or media agnostic, in a sense that it connects your sample location data to the sample location names in your project. So you need to have your sample locations already uploaded before you upload your lab data, because it's connecting the sample locations in your lab file to the sample locations in your project. Now, I made a purposeful mistake in this file. I named MW space 3. In my project on the right here, I have MW-3. So what this is going to do is you're going to select which sample locations in your file you want that lab data associated with. Now, it did a great job of auto-connecting my MW space 3 in my lab file to my MW-3. But I can always go and change this. If I really want to say actually everything that's in MW space 3 is in MW2, I can do that. And this is going to make it media agnostic in a sense that I can have a soil location in my lab file as well, and if I have soil locations in my project, it'll connect those locations to each sample location name. It's not uploading it via media specific or matrix specific, it's uploading it by sample location names. And that's how it's connecting that data. Further down, I can connect my result units. It's going to give me a list of all my result units here. I know that this means ppb, so I'm going to select ppb here. And then the last one is my chemical fraction. Now, you need to have a chemical fraction if you want to be doing anything reporting-wise. So always pick total if your upload does not have that listed or does not require that. Total will be the default. So I'm going to hit continue. This is the review option. This section works a lot like Excel, I can go in here and I can make changes to these. If there are errors, it'll show up here. I can select it, click errors, and it'll only show me rows with errors in there, and I can do bulk fixes. Or I can head back into Excel, make those changes in Excel, and bring it back into here again through the upload. So I'm going to hit finish. And now my lab data will show up here. I can download the original file, or I can download the reformatted file. Now let's head over to reports and make sure that our lab data has shown up. I'm going to go to analytical tables. I'm going to highlight all my sample locations that I've uploaded, the date that I uploaded. Usually if the date of your upload is there, that means that the lab data is showing up. I'm going to select all my substances, and now you can see that my lab data is showing up, and it has worked properly. So great news, new lab data upload makes it very easy. Anybody with a flat file can essentially match their columns and upload that lab data pretty easily. No more tedious connecting everything and making sure everything matches our sample CSV completely accurately. You can upload any flat file out there that your lab gives you, and we can connect those columns. And just make sure that you have your sample locations already uploaded before you upload your lab data. And thank you.